So welcome to today's shortcuts. Today we're going to talk about child's pose. So for many of us, child's pose is a beautiful resting pose. And for many other people, it's a very painful pose. And so we're going to work with a few variations. I'm hoping to get a space on my own mat here of child's pose. So I fell on my knee a few months ago. It's still sore to kneel on it. Just placing a blanket down so that you can kneel on the blanket is a really great way to go because it helps take some of that pressure off. Shoulder issues. Having your arms extended can be difficult if you've got some shoulder issues. So you can have your arms underneath your forehead. You can bring your hands alongside your shins. I have some ankle issues, and so placing my hands under the front of my ankles feels really good for me. So there's a few variations there. Now for many of us, bending the knees, having this much flexion in the knees can be painful. So if you have a bolster, a cushion, a blanket, a towel, you can use this behind, just on the calves, so that it stops the amount of flexion, so there's less weight into the knees. And so this can feel really comfortable. Sometimes even this amount of flexion is too much. And so staying up with your hips right over the knees is also a variation. It's like puppy dog. So I'm not even going past 90 degrees here. And you can have your forehead on a block like this so that you still have that pressure. Your head is lower than your heart, which is what we're looking for in child's pose, or one of the things we're looking for. You can also have your arms extended with your forehead down, arms alongside you. And I think in this position, forearms, or the head resting on the back of your hands or on your forearms is particularly nice. So there's nothing wrong with any of those variations of child's pose, other than that sometimes you need to have a prop handy. And so play with those variations depending what's happening in your body to make it work for you. And props are great for making the poses feel comfortable when there's things happening in the body that make it feel less than optimal. Yoga shouldn't be painful. You should be able to flow through and feel really good after the practice, not have your aches and pains feel worse. So play with those if child's pose is an issue for you and see what works. Oh, and I forgot one other one, is wide-legged child's pose. So if there's a lot of abundance here, or you need a little less pressure on your knees, having your torso come between the knees, I guess I should turn this way. And the torso is between the knees, so you're not adding the extra pressure downward on the knees, can also make child's pose a little more comfortable for you. So play with all those different variations, see what works for you, and have a wonderful day.